You know, it's whatever, baby. You know, it's whatever, baby. You know, it's whatever, baby. You know, it's whatever, baby.
All right, so we're here at Whatever by Hektek by yours truly, Hektek from Hektek Desires. I am, y'all know what my resume is. I don't have to go into it. But I am joined by two lovely ladies that I had on separately. Now I have on together. Never mind. I'm not even gonna make that joke. So,
Wow.
so,
Wow.
so first, Tara, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everyone who you are, what you got going on, and stuff like that.
My name is Tera Michelle. You can find me on YouTube at Opinionated Sense, Instagram opinionated_sense, and I also have a radio show on Opulence Radio called Truthfully Opinionated that airs on Mondays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay. Empress, go ahead and talk your shit.
Hello, you guys. Imperial Empress. I am one of a kind. I have a YouTube channel where I do tarot readings every day, every Monday. I just put out something today called Oracle Monday, which I do every Monday. I have my own podcast, Sex, Love, and Alcohol. This is our second time doing a podcast together.
Yeah.
But on your podcast, but you've been on mine a few times. But yeah, you can look me up on Instagram at she's royal _2.0 _.
All right. So I was racking my brain trying to come out with the perfect questions to ask you ladies for tonight's show. And just bear with me. It's going to be out there. So just buckle in. So my first question to you ladies, if a guy flies you out, meaning he buys your ticket, y'all been talking for a little minute, he flies you out, does that mean that you're automatically supposed to give up the buns? Empress, you can answer this one first.
I'm going to just say no. No, you don't have to, but I think it's just expected. Like if this man is spending money on you, I guess he's going to expect sex in the end, but that don't mean you have to. You're not.
Well, I ain't say have to, but you know what time it is.
Yeah, unless it's discussed before. Like, where are you staying? Are you staying at his place or at a hotel? Is he staying at that hotel with you, or is he just coming and going? Like, what's the parameters of this whole visit? I mean, you don't have to, but I've seen memes where dudes like get upset, where they're like, nope, get your own flight home. You know what it was.
First of all, buying a one-way ticket is crazy. I don't even go anywhere unless I know how I'm getting there, where I'm staying, and how I'm getting back. So buying a one-way ticket and you going along with this is insanity to me, first and foremost. But different strokes for different folks, I guess.
I mean, I agree. I need to know. I need the plans. I need the itinerary. Like, what are we doing here?
Tara?
Okay, so for me, I think it's pretty much implied. But, and this is me as a woman, if you are, because these plane tickets are not cheap. Stop playing with people. These girls are getting murdered for doing this stuff. So let's just state that first. Do I think someone should assume? No, have that conversation. When you offer to fly her out, the question should be, we've been talking for a long time. I like you. I'm feeling you. I'm trying to see what's up. Can I fly you out? We'll stay at a hotel or you can stay in my place and let's really get to know each other. And I'm, because we cool, I want to see if we can take it to the next level. I want to be intimate. Don't assume that she knows what your mode is. There might be a dude who just wants to fly you out to get to know you, take you out to eat and do that stuff. As grown people, why can't we just say, I'm trying to smash when you get down here? And that's the reason I'm willing to spend all this money. Are you good? But
yeah,
also, but even men, if you have this conversation with them, once she gets there, if your pictures ain't picturing like you sent them, she could change her mind. And what you have to understand is you need consent still. I don't care if she told you over the phone, yeah, if she get there and she not feeling it, she not feeling it. Now, you can demand your money back, or you could cancel her round trip part home, or whatever you want to do. But, don't assume. Ask directly.
So do you think it's, especially in 2024, I think it's kind of naive for someone to buy a ticket for you to come somewhere and you think this motive is not out there in the air. Especially, let's face it, most of the time it's not like it's a conversation for a day or two before they buy your ticket and you fly out. Y'all probably was talking for a little minute. And now he paid, whether it's coach, first class, them draws better be off immediately anyway.
You better not have none on. Just fly without them.
I'm just saying, when TSA frisk you, they should be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, keep it moving. So, and then, like, the talks of where I'm going to stay, it always comes up. So if the dude says, oh, I'm buying a hotel, if he's splurging on the whole vacation, you kind of know what time it is.
Yeah, you do. And as a woman, I would never accept that flight if I didn't know I was going there to give it up. I wouldn't play that game because I value my life. However, if I got down there and changed my mind, I'd be like, let me pay you back. I'm also that chick too. I know what we thought was gonna happen. You are 5 inches shorter than you said you was. This is not for me. So here go your $500. Have a nice life. I'm enjoying the other
first class is not $400 or $500. So,
well, if you find me out first class, I might have to forget about the 5 inches shorter. No, but you lied though. So that's your punishment for lying.
No, but that is a really good point, because people do not look like their pictures, or they may seem taller or shorter or smaller, like skinnier in their pictures. Then you go ahead and you meet them and you're like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
No.
So y'all are not like guys would be like, fuck it. We're already here. So.
No, that's guys. I feel like women are way more selective than that.
Because I don't want to add a body to my list, and I know I'm never smashing you again. Like, nope. I don't do 56. I don't do 56.
Would you even be turned on? Like, I would just be like, I don't even want this person on me.
Exactly.
Like, so no, he can't even touch me. But I agree. It needs to be communicated. Other than that, I feel like it's just left in the air as if it's something that's expected. Now, you don't have to, but I hope you got a plan B. As the woman.
Especially if the dude's purchasing everything. It's like, you didn't purchase not one thing in your name, and you going to fly, say bi-coastal. You live on the West Coast, he live on the East Coast. You done flew 5 hours, and you talking about, nah. He's like, oh, bet. Have fun in this random city that you probably never been in, and you know what I mean? Figure it out from
well, you shouldn't be flying nowhere broke. So even if he do act funny and want to, not give you the other ticket, you should be able to get yourself home. Let's not be stupid, ladies.
Oh, a lot of them, listen, and especially in my industry here, a lot of them will fly to these conventions on one-way ticket, hoping to make money while they're there. So when they don't make that money, it's tragic for a lot of them. I don't understand it for myself.
That's a gamble.
That's a different kind of desperate. That's somebody who is out here on their last. And I don't know that life, so I can't judge that life. But
that's a hell of a gamble. Like, what do you do in the meantime?
I don't know. Call Pookie and them, and hopefully someone could cash up you some money. I don't know.
To be honest, if that's your life, then you better be putting out no matter what the hell he look like. If you trying to get that ticket home, then you got to do whatever you got to do, ma'am.
That is a harsh reality.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
But you know what? Even though it's illegal in a lot of places, I don't judge prostitution. It's like the oldest.
Yeah, like you do what you got to do.
Just be safe.
Yeah, do what you got to do.
So let me ask you ladies this. Tara, I ask you first. Have you ever accepted a flight?
Now, you know I have.
I'm not talking about their current thing. I'm just saying in general.
No, he was the first one. No, he's the first one. Because
Oh.
I've never understood long distance relationships. I'm like, I need when I want it right then and there. I need you to be somewhere like 5-10 minutes away. So this, I got to fly to get to you stuff is mad weird. Then you get older. My sister was in a 3-year relationship like that. She just got to recently move with him in Chicago because her son graduated high school and went to college. So I was like, I'm not going to be judgmental anymore. But that's the only one.
Okay. Empress?
I haven't been flown out from a dude yet, but my bestie has flown me out. Like we went on trips before where she's, put out for my flight before, which is
Wait. She's put out for your flight?
Yeah. Well, she paid for my flight. She was with me. We went to Florida together and she was with me. She paid for my flight.
You knew what she meant. You did not think that girl was tipping tricks to fly her nowhere.
I didn't. Yeah, it's the way that she said it. I was like, wait, what? But so no dude has ever flown you out. Oh, I guess she hit the thing. All right. So by it being your first time being flown out, how was that experience though?
We together now. How you think?
So that was the first time?
Mm-hmm. Because again, I didn't do you making me dizzy doing it. I didn't do long distance. So there was nowhere to fly me to. I'm driving or you coming to pick me up.
Oh, gotcha. Empress, you good?
I'm back. I got a call, my bad.
Oh. So would you want to be flown out? Empress?
I mean, who doesn't? What type of question is that? Who doesn't? Who doesn't want someone to pay for their flight? But I don't know if I could do it with a random. I don't know.
So say you and the dude was talking for about 2-3 weeks, vibing. He was like, "Hey, baby girl, I got you a first class ticket."
2-3 weeks. That's kind of soon, ain't it?
It is a little soon, right?
I'd be like, I'll come up and meet you, but we are not having sex at 2 or 3 weeks. I don't think I'm ready for that.
So what's the time limit for the tickets to be bought and y'all to be flown out?
On what my intentions are with him. What are my intentions with him? If it's just 2 weeks and I'm just trying to get flown out and have a shopping trip, which I haven't done yet. I mean, I feel like I'm one of the only ones that haven't done that, but I might entertain that. It depends on where I am in my life or what my intentions are with the man.
So, but what if he said, "Hey, you know what you gotta do when you land"?
Nope.
I'll be like, and what is that? And what is that? I need clarification. What do I have to do when I'm saying like you don't have to. I don't have to give up no type of pussy. Like I don't have to.
That's true.
I won't have to settle for that.
So are we talking about a month, 2 months, 3? Like, what's the criteria for y'all to be like, "Oh, you getting these cheeks as soon as I get out this airport"?
I think it's 2 or 3 weeks is pretty fast for me.
Okay.
I don't date without a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm dating to eventually get married, not to play with you. So if I'm in St. Louis and you in California, I don't even know that I would be entertaining that because I got kids here, family here. I can't move to California. So if you just want a friend, I don't know. We might go half on the ticket. If you really want me to come kick it with you, we could do Dutch or something like that. 2 or 3 weeks though is not for me. It took 5 months for me.
Oh, so y'all been doing this for 5 months?
Since August 30th. August 30th.
Huh.
And I didn't go until January.
Oh. Okay. I mean, that's a little minute though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I was still trying to get acclimated with the Texas, Missouri thing. I'm like,
same time zone.
Yeah, but also 11-hour drive or a flight. It was just weird, but the heart wants what the heart wants.
Look at, and Tara's meaner than you, Empress. So
I'm not mean.
Me either.
Okay. So speaking of long distance, so it's crazy. Like I said, I never know what these conversations are going to be about or how they're going to go. I have some inkling. I might think of some stuff, but I just never know till we actually start talking. So since you brought it up, so do you feel like in 2024, the whole internet dating, long distance dating is becoming more of a norm versus finding someone local?
Yes.
Absolutely.
My little brother just got married off a dating app. Best girl he's ever had ever. He did a whole bunch of dating in St. Louis. When he moved to Texas, and it took a dating app. You know, if people are honest on the dating app, I think it's really cool. If you answer all those questions honestly, you're gonna get matched with somebody, and it should work. But it's when you lie and pretend to be something else that it doesn't. But there are so many people who work from home, so they rarely leave their house, and have dated so much that they're just tired, or they fear picking somebody up at a bar. This is something that they can have a little bit of control over. So I think it's becoming the norm, to be honest.
And even if the person lives in your city, they may live, I don't know, half hour away. You still, I mean, it's a way to meet people. So
half hour is long distance?
No, not at all. But you still meet people in your city that lives, like, for instance, I'm on Long Island, someone who lives, like, say, in, like, Brooklyn or the Bronx, that's, like, driving, like, a half hour, 45 minutes. So, yeah, they don't live
normally ever run into each other. Yeah, they may not naturally run into each other, but then once you meet on the app, you go, oh, an hour, I can do that, and then, start to meet up.
So you can specify the distance on there, like how far are you willing to go?
Yeah, I think for me, it used to be when I was younger. It used to be an hour because I knew I could get to a spot in an hour and get back home. Like, so I knew anything over that, I was like, not too keen. But as I'm getting older, it's I don't know. It's harder nowadays in the whole dating world. And when you find something that you want, you just want to keep it. So, so do you think that also is something that comes with maturity, understanding that, maybe your soulmate doesn't live in Tampa. Maybe, because I see so many times, people go over what their preference is. And I'm like, that's cool, that's your preference, but why are you single then? Like, if this is your preference or this is the person that you think you want to be with, clearly it's not working for you. You have to kind of switch some stuff up. Like, it is what it is. You can't keep dating dudes from prisons thinking that you're going to get different results. Like, it's not going to happen. This is where they're going to be at.
Oh my God.
I heard a lot of people, they say stuff like you can't date dudes or don't date nobody from New York because everyone from New York is, this way or that way. Like, all the men here ain't shit or whatever. It can't be everybody. Everybody ain't shit. So I don't know. Some people definitely have to grow and mature. Like, dating isn't just for everybody. There are definitely people out there who are undateable or should not be entertaining other options because they have a lot of maturing to do on themselves, a lot of work to do. But hey, whatever. We have a lot of codependent people who are lonely, people who are get into relationships just to say that they're in one, people who are like, no, I need someone to hold me at night. I ain't a needy ass woman.
Listen, I remember I had a cousin named Patricia, may she rest in peace, who there was a person in my family who was getting beat on by their guy, right? And I was talking to her and I was like, why do you let him come over here? Like, why are you entertaining that drama and letting him in your house? And she said, because having a man or a piece of man is better than having no man at all. And I remember going, now you like 20 years older than me, but I'm for the school you real quick. That's not how that works. Being with somebody just for the sake of saying you have someone to be with is not healthy. And it can be dangerous as it was in that situation. So for me, I think it does come with maturity. I think you have to stop. Like, I do have rules. You cannot be shorter than me. I'm sorry. I'm never letting that go.
Same rule.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm 5'5.5". I feel like it's not. If I was like 5'10", maybe I could get. But I'm 5'5".
No, same
What you
rule.
gonna do? And for me, because I am so St. Louis, first time you talk crazy to me, I'm ready to swing on you because you're shorter than me. And I'm trying to. I know me. I'm trying to be a better person. But I don't want to set myself up a fight with no dude just because you like 5'2", and I know I can just slap you across the room real quick. So other than that, I was willing to bend. I used to say you had to be 6'5". I dated a bunch of those. It didn't work out. So now 5'9". You just got to be open. Do the conversation. Do the get to knowing. Stop judging a book by its cover, because the package you thought that your man was going to come in probably won't look anything like that when you find who you're really supposed to be with.
No,
Them little dudes got Napoleon syndrome. I do not want no little dude. No, I'm good. He
but
needs to be
Empress,
tall. He needs to
Empress,
be taller than me.
how tall are you though?
5'11", 72 inches. So I will not be with no man that's 5'5", and because or five, not even 5'9". That's short to me. So and men lie about their height all the time. So no, that is definitely a rule for me. That's why it's important for me to like see the person. Like dating online has not been successful for me because I need to see them.
Get that video chat. Okay, pull the camera back and stand up. Turn around. Let me see what you want.
Even then, men lie. Even the NBA, in the NBA, they're lying about their height. Men lie about their height.
They're still tall.
To who? 5'9" is tall.
To somebody, 5'9" is tall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe to someone who's like 5'5" or shorter, but no.
Yeah, 5'10". Yeah.
And then they always with that. Oh, I like a challenge. I want to climb a tree. You better go sit your ass down. Sit down. I don't know what
want to be climbed.
No. Do I want to be climbed?
Always talking about they want to climb that tree. Get out of here. What are you doing? Oh no.
No. No.
So
what else about short guys that pisses y'all off?
They don't piss me off, and I can be cool with them. Like, I mean, I'm sure you're a great person. Just you go find somebody who's 5 foot if you 5'3".
We can be
I don't
friends.
know.
I don't have no personal problem with them. I just noticed that a lot of them have that short man complex where they feel like they gotta overcompensate and they gotta throw around their masculinity, or their ego is just out of control because they're short. Yep. So they're trying to make up for it in some way. I've seen it multiple times in multiple different ways. Like that shortness in men, and I'm not trying to say all of y'all are bad out there, but that manifests in different ways. Whether they're too promiscuous or it's like this ego. Like
facts.
You know what's crazy? I am thinking I made the right panel. Oh my goodness. Y'all do not like these short men. Nah, that's well, even for me, I didn't always like a tall woman. Like it wasn't my preference. You know what I mean? But shit happens. You know?
That's fine. I feel like every man wants that challenge.
What, of a tall woman?
Of a tall woman. Like it's like, I don't know. I walk in the room, I stand out. Not on purpose, it's just because I'm tall. And then there's always a man who gets this like big ass boost of confidence to come and talk to me, and usually he's shorter than me, and I'm like, what? Like, sir.
Like, it's even if they were close to your height, the moment you go on a heel, right back to the problem. Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
Y'all gotta show these short men some love.
I got nothing but tall men in my family. Like my dad was tall, my brother's taller than me, my nephews. Like, come on.
I mean, it's somebody for everybody. We don't have to be the two women for them, though. So no.
So there's that.
Now it is always crazy to me when I do see either a tall female with a short dude or a big female with a skinny dude. It's just weird to me. I don't know why, but it's weird.
Just wait to Vegas because you're gonna see it. Because baby, I'm definitely this thickness here. He is this big. 5'9" and skinny as they come. And that was a thing for me too, though. You know, being a girl with some meat on her, I have never been attracted to real skinny dudes. I'm like, what would I do with you? Suffocate you? Like, what are we doing? So, but again, like I said, if you get out of your head and just let things organically grow, you'll be surprised at, you know, how things can flourish despite what you thought you needed.
True. But I won't budge on the height.
No,
So the height
girl,
is
that's the one that's saying I'm not playing with that. Not at all. And you also have to be black. I'm not stepping outside of blackness. For me, that's just not a vibe.
Yeah, that part too. I wasn't going to say that. I'm not giving up on black men.
Nope,
Just,
not at all.
like, it won't happen. Not the rest of y'all are cool too, but black men is for me.
Yep.
all right. So no short men, gotta be black. Can't fly you out in 3 weeks.
You can fly me out, but you cannot expect that I'm gonna give,
Yeah.
you know, no
Don't
cool cat.
expect
That's
no
what we're not doing.
Oh, a shopping spree. That's what's gonna happen.
All right.
So that brings up something else. Do you feel, as women, that a lot of women out here now is expecting men to give them something that they cannot offer either to themselves or to the other gender?
I do. I think we live in a world now where a lot of people are Instagram models, and the precedents that they are setting is going out here and snatching these little boys and getting them getting pregnant by them and stuff like that. So all of these girls are like, if I'm fine, if I've got my body done, my hair, my lashes, and all of that, and I take some hot pics, you need to wine and dine me. So many of these girls are like, I don't cook, I don't clean. If you want me to have some babies, you better hire a nanny and do all of that, because my job, what I'm giving to you, is the fact that I'm fine as hell and that I think my sex is the best you're ever going to have. I'm astonished at how many girls in their 30s and downs cannot cook, and they don't care to learn. So I do think we have a very serious problem with women these days thinking that their looks are supposed to get them this high caliber man when they have no life skills, no career, no ambition, no drive, no goals other than to keep their body right and maybe pop out some kids if he can afford a nanny.
I feel like it's a lot of women looking at men like they're the providers. So provide me with this life. Period.
There's nothing wrong with a man being a provider. However, it's almost like, I'll say this. Kanye had this verse, and I know most people don't like Kanye, but he said something to the lines of, she asked me what I bring to the table. I am the table. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm already at the table, what else you gonna bring to me? You know what I mean? And you're right, Tara, as far as a lot of women goes, some of them just think they are God's gift to men and that everything they want and need should be given to them. Then they often relate themselves to other celebrities because they see what celebrities are doing, but they're not seeing the everyday, today lifestyle of this celebrity. They don't know if this celebrity's depressed all the damn time, drugged up all the time, whatever the case may be. They just see, oh, they got with this person, so they have
But
to
they're
be doing
working
everything.
though. I guarantee you those women are cooking for those men, spoiling them. They cooking for them, they cleaning for them, doing their laundry, they giving them back massages and head massages and listening to their problems. They playing it right until they get pregnant. Then they might act a fool, but at least they're doing something to offer services to their man. But you have a lot of high caliber men out here now who can pay people to clean for them and cook for them, or can do it themselves because their mama taught them. And now that normal stuff that you thought you was going to do something with, they're like, yeah, I got all that. What else are you bringing? You know, and that's when they get mad and call him zesty or call him spicy, you know what I'm saying, or sassy, because he's standing up for himself and demanding more than what they're willing to offer.
So Cardi B says bills for men and women should be split 50-50. The internet be having people fucked up from reality. This is the same one says, I don't cook, I don't clean. I got
but you
that
saw
wet ass.
Offset went live and showed her sweeping the floor and cooking some neck bones. He said she be lying to y'all. Don't listen to them verses. So we know Cardi be cooking and cleaning. But Cardi also came out with another backup statement to that and said that that was edited out of context. She said that she doesn't know a relationship is 50-50. She said her and Offset don't do 50-50. They bought one house together and then the rest of their properties they buy where they want on their own. So she was like, don't believe everything that you hear. She did not say that.
Well, 50-50 doesn't necessarily mean if I put into this house, you got to put in the same equal or same amount, because 50-50 could mean, okay, so I bought this house, but you just bought the next two cars or something, you know what I mean? Something along
But
those lines.
that's not 50-50. People need to get this out of their mind. Nothing is 50-50. There's going to be times when you running on films, he running on films, you got 2%, he got 4%, and y'all make that 6 work.
Yeah.
So this idea that everything is going to be equal, even that you as people are equal. No, if he's the one that's a full-time provider and he's working and you're a stay-at-home, that's not 50-50. Some days, when your kids get them go to school and you at home by yourself, your day is super cool while he's still grinding at work. And then there may be times when he's on vacation for 2 weeks, and during that 2 weeks, the kids are sick and your life is hell. So it's not about being super equal. Just find the healthy balance and stop throwing numbers at stuff. It doesn't work that way.
Right. No, trust me, I had old people say it's 50-50 one day, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20.
And sometimes it doesn't equal 100. Sometimes
right. right. Because like you said, if both of y'all on fumes, y'all still have to make it work. If a person's 10% and you 20, hey, we chucking at a good 30. So she does bring up a good point though. The internet do be having people fucked up. The internet now has people thinking they're celebrities, entrepreneurs, psychologists, doctors, lawyers, scientists, religious gurus, meditation gurus. Like this one person's now 8 different things on social media. And it's like, but you living out of a motel. Make it make sense.
And it's about to be hell for people when TikTok goes away. There are a lot of people who really make a lot of good money on TikTok. Once that leaves, they've never worked anywhere else before. You're going to have a lot of suicides, unfortunately, a lot of mental breakdowns, and a lot of people scrambling to figure out what they're going to do with their lives without that platform.
That is sad.
Very.
Very. You know, we have Gen Z or whatever this generation is, these younger people coming up. They remind me of babies, and that's not disrespectful to anyone who is one. But what I'm saying is, when I used to talk to my kids when they were 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I would be like, oh, I gotta go to work again. I hate this place. My kids would go, Mommy, if you don't like your job, quit. You know, at that age when they think everything is black and white. If you don't like it, don't go. If your boss is mean to you, tell her to stop. Like that. And so Gen Z is like that. I don't want to work for anybody if they're going to boss me around. I don't want to come in at 8. I might want to come in at 10, but I still want to leave at 4, you know? And they're saying that, so they're going to find money elsewhere. TikTok, YouTube, and it's working for them. So we're about to see a shift in how things are run, and we are definitely going to be the outdated ones.
Oh, I'm already outdated because I just got a TikTok 2 weeks ago, and then to hear this news, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, whatever. Because I never, besides my other shit, I never made money based off of social media. So to me, it's not a tangible thing.
Yeah.
So they do look at us as dinosaurs because they're like, oh, y'all get up and y'all have to go to work, or y'all have to go physically go and do something, versus I could be in the house 24/7 and make quadruple what y'all making leaving the house.
Playing video games or something weird like that. Yep, that's exactly how it is. And they might be right though. Some of the changes that they're going to force to happen, the reason TikTok is being banned is because so many people are leaving the workforce and making money there. That's a huge reason. The fraud and identity theft stuff is, big too. But I think that's why you got all these businesses closing. You want to know why people don't want to work anymore? They are working. They're just doing it differently, and they don't know what to do with it.
Well, the workforce. Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but have you seen those videos of these Generation Z children on their TikTok crying about how much they hate going to work, how they don't know how they can live life, they got to pay all their bills, they got to work all these hours just to get nothing back? Generation Z or whatever generation they are, I don't know, like I just feel like they're in for a rude ass awakening. They're too damn sensitive. Everything now is about their feelings and how they feel, not about what it actually is. So
But you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
I don't think they're in for a rude awakening. I think we are. I think they're going to change the way that we do things, because if everybody is on mental health breaks, or if they just start killing themselves at the rate higher than what they already are, or if they just refuse, if they keep finding other ways to work, the workforce is going to have to cater to them. I think they have
Wait,
enough craziness to actually change it.
it
It's
is
not
the
a positive
craziness.
thing, but
It is the craziness that is
mhm,
what's crazy, because they're really getting people to use proper or different pronouns instead of saying he or she. So it is really crazy when they're out here on their feelings, expressing how hard their life is just because they have to go to work or just because they have to do certain things. I still feel like there's a shift that's going to happen for them that they're not going to be ready for. I can see that, like with our generation, it moving in a certain direction, but I feel like we're used to that because we were the generation that didn't have the internet, that had the internet, and still know how to go back and forth in between. They
yeah.
don't.
We are
So
the
I feel like
hybrids.
But whose fault
exactly.
is that though? Because my 9-year-old son just wrote a book. My
Mhm.
kids, and he goes out here, and when he's selling, he's like, "Mom, I don't need your help. You can stay over here." And he goes out there and charms on people and sells that book. He has this tenacity that he gets from me. He watched me go out here and grind. These parents have let these kids turn into this. They didn't just wake up and come out the womb like this. If you give them, I see these people all the time. The babies are 6 months and they got them propped up in front of the tablet.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's
It's the
laziness.
monsters
I
that
don't
we
think that's
created. Well, not me,
yeah.
but it's the monsters that our generation created.
Yeah, I definitely think that that part with the 6 month old is definitely laziness as a parent part. But no, y'all do make very, very strong points, and it's unfortunate. But I mean, what else is the job force going to do? Is the job force going to pay more hourly? You know what I mean? They're already
Some of them are. There's a McDonald's here that pay 21 an hour. And you don't have not to be a team lead to work there because they were about to go out of business. See, these kids are forcing the hand of people by being as defiant as they are. You also have these. I mean, it's so many jobs looking for work out here that they're saying, okay, if you'll come work here, we'll let you be remote. Their defiance and their willingness to go and earn money elsewhere is hurting the workforce enough, at least in St. Louis, that they are making their own terms. They're getting more money and able to stay at home and do what they do because they're just not applying for the jobs.
Do you feel that's affected their interpersonal skills even more because they already have a lack of interpersonal skills because of all the technology that's around? So now that they're not actually having to go in face to face with people, they don't know how to handle, like you said, the stress. You know what I mean? Some might call going to work a 9 to 5 more stressful than being at home. And that's only because they're not accustomed to it. Case in point, you know how so many people in this country have nut allergies, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have actually started doing studies that, yes, if you don't introduce these particular nuts to the body, it's foreign to them. So they started implementing microdosing. So the body gets accustomed to these certain nuts. So now these nut allergies are going away. But it's the same thing. If you don't introduce people to other people to socially connect, and it's just over the FaceTime, on the phone, whatever it may be, the social skills going to get worse. We're not even going to be able to say, hey, you fucked up. They're going to be like, fucked up, and jump off the fucking nearest bridge.
That is so sad.
That's not funny, but it's true. That's what they're doing now. That's with anything. The reason that we didn't have a bunch of allergies growing up is because when the sun came up, we went outside and we didn't come back till the street lights came on. We played outside around the grasses and the trees and all of that. These kids that stay in the house all the time are allergic to everything on a man. If you didn't grow up with a pet, you got all these allergies. So yeah, I know that to be true.
I feel like the pandemic played a major part in that too, because like people got used to being at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? I don't got to get up and get in my car and go or travel. Like, I don't got to do that. I don't want to go back. Let me stay at home. Like, can you imagine?
We've already proven we can do it. What you need me in the office for now? And for 2 years, I wasn't here. I feel that. Leave me
I mean,
alone.
can you imagine the multitask you can do at home? Like you can get your work done, you can throw in a load of laundry. You can get some work done, you can start on dinner. Like there's so much multitasking I can do by being at home. What do I need to go there for? Y'all are being ridiculous at this point.
Yep. And Google and Yahoo and all of them. Let their people do it. And their people are testing now as much happier than what they were before the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's like you would think that you want the morale of your people. People do better work for you when they're happy. Why can't people get that through their heads?
Because we're a capitalist society, so we only think about the bottom line. Honestly, they even had, what is it, the Netherlands or somewhere in Europe, where they have 4-day work weeks. 4 days.
4-day work weeks. They get 12 weeks of vacation every year. It's Sweden and Denmark. And they test as the happiest people on the planet. You can get to go home and have a siesta for 2 hours in the middle of the day, and you still get to leave when you're supposed to. Their houses are also shaped where the only 2 doors in the house are the bathroom and your parents' bedroom. Everything else is functional and open so that you spend time with your kids. Baby, I want to move there so bad. There ain't no black people there, so I'm scared. But I've
there
studied
is black people in Sweden and Denmark.
Well, not enough for me, because when I was looking at the documentary, it was a sea of white people, and I was like, I'm light, but I ain't that light. But I wish this country would adopt something like that. They said over there, that man was like, we work to live. We don't live to work. And he said, that's what I see in the States. They work their people till they die. You get paid for 2 years to stay at home after you have a kid by the government. Everybody's taxed 40%, but that includes free college and free healthcare. When you put that together, for real, you'd be coming out of pocket more if you had to do the healthcare for 80 years or whatever it is. And you got 4 or 5 kids, you got to pay for them to go to college. So it's just certain things that they do to make it work. What you say?
People got pre-existing conditions. So yeah, when you factor in all that,
And we can't do that here. We just want to work our people till they die and then replace them with foreigners or whatever it is that we're up to. But yeah, and then when you retire, the government pays for you too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just better over there as far as caring for the people.
Listen, they're trying to raise the retirement age again.
It's going to be 99 by the time we get it. Or it's not going to exist, because they keep saying we don't know if it's going to sit. You're going to give me my money, though. I don't care what exists or not, but you're going to give me mine.
Right. No, I have a lot of old people that I know. They'd be like, yo, this fixed income shit is for the birds.
And every time they get more money, if they stay somewhere that's based on they pay, they increase the rent. So these people can't win for losing. They already owe. Leave them alone.
Yeah, no, 100%. So let me ask this question. We're going to segue from that. What makes you not vibe with a guy?
Go ahead, Empress. I think we took over the last convo.
What makes me not vibe with a guy? It has to be his personality, straight up.
And if he's short.
Definitely, there will be no vibe if he's short.
Yeah.
Like that's a friend. That's a friend zone. But it would definitely have to be his personality. We have to get along. Okay, like we have to get along. There has to be some sort of chemistry. And if there isn't, then there isn't. There just isn't a vibe between him and I.
So is that the only thing?
No, there's more. There's more. I can't think of it right now.
Oh, I put you on spot. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I agree
Tara.
with that. I think a vibe is a connection is very, very important, because what do you have to build off of if there's no connection? Why would you continue to talk to somebody if you don't care to talk to them or, want to, I think his attitude, it's really important to me to know what your relationship is like with your mother. I just want to know what type of man you're going to be. Do you hate women? Are you tell me something. And you may not have one with your mother because she might be a terrible person. Trust me, I know, because mine is. But I still like a man who cares about family. I want you to be, you got to care about your kids. If you got kids, you cannot be talking about, I got 5 kids, 5 baby mamas, I don't see none of them. I'm out. I just like
5 is wild though.
Yeah. I do not create space for men to be bums, especially when it comes to kids.
That part. So I need you to be career minded or goal oriented. I need you to be financially stable, and I need you to be a good person. And if you don't have those qualities for me, I'm so not interested.
One of the things I used to say was if a man's father wasn't in his life, I can't do it. And that used to be, I mean, like, listen, I know it's not a lot of these men's fault if their father wasn't in their life. It has nothing to do with you. But I feel like that man had to look at a bunch of different other examples on how to be a man. He may have picked up some bad habits that he needs to unlearn, or maybe he's still confused and still searching. He doesn't really know. Maybe he looked to celebrities or these influencers who told them that this is what a man is and what a man looks like. No, I felt like he needed to see it growing up and in the home. But I don't necessarily think like that all the time, because not everyone chooses to be a victim of their circumstance.
That is correct. Absolutely.
And so if he has that type of story, if he's moving forward, if he's persevering, if he's better than what he came from, if he's making sure his children don't see that or experience that part of history, then yeah, that's something different. I had to change my perspective when it came to that. But
Well,
for the
they say
longest time, I felt like, no, I can't. This is a man who I can't deal with because I can't fix him.
I mean,
Nor am I
because
trying to fix him.
that's 50-50, right? Because say a man had the father in the house, but he was a total piece of shit.
Mhm.
That could influence him as well. You know what I mean? But I have seen that where a lot more fathers who haven't had fathers in their lives are a lot more, available
Present.
for their kids.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because they understand what it is. They might not be the greatest of fathers, but they're still doing
More
better than
trying.
the generation that was before them.
Yeah.
And that's what, like I said, that's what I need to at least see, because it's not
Yeah.
his fault that was his story. None of
Yeah.
us picked that. So if he's persevering past what he experienced, then yeah, I can deal with that, or I can accept that. But no, if he's a repeat of history, what he been through, no, hell no.
But it's learned. Unfortunately,
It is
some behaviors you have to be taught that this is not okay. If you have 3 generations of pops being out of the lives, it's kind of it's kind of inherited at that point.
But I
And
don't
it has to
care.
be
You
something
know
learned.
better. If you're an adult, you just because you didn't have something does not mean you go, okay, well, my dad wasn't here, his dad and his dad wasn't here, so let me get this girl pregnant and walk. You know better. You know
No,
better.
I'm not saying
People
that
know what they
they know better, but they don't know how to do better.
But then stop shooting up clubs without them condom on. How about that?
It's fun though.
People know what they be doing. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
I'm just saying, clinically studied, it's almost like being a product of your environment, Yeah, just because you saw dudes on the corner selling drugs, you could not sell drugs, but a lot of people fall into that because that's what's
You
around.
might be friends
It's
with
so
those
interesting
people.
to me, though.
Some of them might be your friend, but you got to be strong-minded enough to know that you
We
want
know-
a different path.
We know so many
Yeah.
people are not strong-minded.
And it's just like with anything you do in life, if you've ever been cheated on before, why would you cheat on somebody when you know that pain? If you know what it was like to grow up without your father, why would you leave your kid without theirs? Sometimes just remember what the hell happened to you and don't do it to other people.
No fact. No, 100% fact. 100% fact.
It's not hard to treat people the way you want to be treated. I usually say that it's not that hard.
All right. So let me ask y'all this. Tara, I ask you first, because this is going to be a fun one. Do you think there is a gender double standard?
Yeah. Duh. What's the real question?
that's part one of the real question. But do you feel that women have double standards as well? It's just not called out as much as men.
Yeah. Again, duh. Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. I think most double standards with men come with like grimy stuff. Like he can have a 200 body count and then actually get on TV or somewhere and say, my girl can't be in stuff with nobody, no more than 2 people. And people are going to allow that. When you look at a dude, you say, oh, he got experience. You look at a girl and you like, she a nasty ran through hoe. So they get double standards like that. But when it comes to women, we get away with the most hurtful, emotional stuff. So let's just say this. Let's say y'all have a fight. Man and woman together, they have a fight. The girl gets fed up. I'm done with this. You stay here with these kids. I'm tired of you. She leaves. I'm going to Keisha's house. She go to her best friend's house and spends the night there and turns her phone off because she that mad, right? Dude at home, like, man, we don't need your mama. He feed them kids, bathe them, put them to bed early, and play Madden until he fall asleep. He ain't worried about her and her attitude. He's glad she gone. Let a dude do that to a chick. Get mad. I'm going to Darnell's house and turn that phone off. First of all,
she
gonna
driving.
robocall him. She gonna robocall him all damn night. He gonna have the voicemail gonna be full. She gonna be to packed up all his stuff and either throw it outside, put it in the tub to bleach it, or put it in the car and set it on fire. Straight up like got a waiting exhale.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be all hell. And she gonna just know he with a chick. She just gonna know that this man that she loved, who ain't never cheated on her, all of a sudden is a two-time and dirty bastard. See, we get away with stuff like that. Or even another one. Let him go get a fresh haircut. He is feeling great. He walked through the door. Why you get your mustache done like that? Why you cut it like that? He's supposed to just eat that and say, well, you say when I kiss you, sometimes it tickles, so I trimmed it a little bit. Or there was a new barber there and they didn't know. You couldn't tell him he looked nice. You couldn't say, baby, you look good. And let him have that moment. That first day haircut is life for them. But let you take your butt and get your eyebrows done, your hair done, laid to the side. You come in the house and he be like, why your eyebrows look like that? Baby, you throwing shoes, ready to fight. He can get out. You ain't never loved him no way. So yeah, there are a lot of double standards and most of ours are emotional.
Empress?
I got time for this subject all damn day.
Well, okay. When it comes to these, I mean, we could definitely talk about gender roles in a bit, because in a sense here, because you know how you got these feminists that are like, oh, I'm an independent woman, I can do whatever, I don't need a man, yada yada yada. But when it's time for you to pay all the bills, then you and go to work and be that single mom, now what the fuck you gonna do? When it's time for you to do the house repairs and you ain't got no one to call, what the fuck you gonna do? I thought you wanted to be equal. Like, I thought you wanted to be this strong, independent woman. Like, that shit is toxic as fuck to me. Like, I need a man. I need a man. I'm not afraid to say it. Like, I don't have no problem. It's not like I want a man. Let me put it like that. I want a man.
We need him. We need him, sis. Keep the need in there.
I do need him too, but I most definitely want a man. I'm not that era of woman who thinks I can just do it all by herself, because I definitely can't. I'm resilient. I'm not that strong. So yeah, I want and need a man. So I guess in that way is where I guess it could get kind of hypocritical, because women say that they want one thing and then they get it and then they're like, wait a minute, you know. And it's even the same thing with like putting a man on child support or kicking a father out of the house. Like, you know, you need a father belongs in the house with the kid. If unless there's another reason that he can't be there or y'all can't be together, that man should be there raising this child alongside of you.
Listen.
They don't realize they're hurting the kid more than they're hurting the dad when they don't let them come around. Bitter women are dangerous. They really are.
Yeah. So bitter men are dangerous too, but those bitter ass women.
Yeah. Bitter men are dangerous too, but usually the kids get hurt when the mom is bitter.
Them women will take you to court and get you for everything you got. Or not,
knowing you take care of your kid. Knowing you take care of the kid already. It's so vindictive, it's terrible.
I mean, think about this, right? So in the news lately, we always hear when a woman divorces a man, a celebrity, and she gets $60,000 in child support, another $100,000 for alimony, whatever the case may be. That's $160 a month, right? That's more than most people going to ever see in a yearly annual salary, first and foremost. And she gets that a month. But in California, it goes based on who makes the money more, more money. So now if the roles were reversed, then it's a problem. Oh, he a sorry bastard. Oh, how could he do that to her? He should be a man and stand on his own 2 feet. Woo. And it's like, but when the woman do it, which been done for generations now, and now men are getting it done or doing it, now what you say, Tara, they're zesty, they sassy, they all this. You know what I mean? It's like,
Because men are thought of to be the provider. So you mooching off of a woman is it's not supposed to happen. But listen, if he put in 20 years, like that woman put in 20 years, give him his money. He been there. Some of that stuff might have been his idea. I remember when Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson got divorced. She
yeah.
had just signed that $1 billion, deal or whatever,
He
giving
was
away
like,
her
thank
likeness and
you.
stuff. He didn't take anything. When they got divorced or whatever, he said, I'm taking what I came with and she can have it. He could have cleaned her out. And I remember how they praised him. He was the coolest dude in the world for like 6 months because they were like mad respect. He didn't go after her. And I'm like, I guess, but if I was him, I'd have been like, nobody would know who you were if it wasn't for this newlywed show. Give me my money.
Right.
But he chose not to be a simp in the media and just walk with what he came with.
He did leave with something, though. He did leave with something.
I think that they split their property and stuff, but that deal that he could have got in on for that bit, he did not touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't mention it.
I've heard women say that women are not supposed to pay men child support. And the man got the kid and doing everything for the kid. So like the double standard is crazy.
Even in the courts, like when it comes to that specific thing in the courts, men are looked at like less than gum on the side of the street.
It's starting to change a little bit though. And I used to be a paralegal for 10 years. And it's much different here in Missouri now. Men can go in and get their joint custody and it lessens the child support and all of that stuff. But that's just wild to me. I don't know. I don't agree with the system as a whole. Why would you ever need $60,000 for the kids? What the fuck are they doing? And
Like
if it's private school, then just let him pay the bill for the private school. What do I need to give you $60,000 for?
Yeah.
And then they be when they do the alimony, they be like my lip injections, my eyebrow lift, my hair being colored. And I'm like, bitch, you gonna have to get a job. And I'm a girl saying that. I just think that's unnecessary. If you did 20 years, take a huge lump sum and go do something with yourself. But you have some of these men who won't let these women work either. I want you to be a stay-at-home mom, and that's all she's ever done. So maybe you do need to compensate her for the fact that she has zero life skills because of you. I don't want her broke, but some of that shit is excessive.
Empress?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it definitely all depends on the situation because I know both sides of it. A friend of mine, her husband that just wants her to stay at home and raise the kids. And she's like, no, I got a degree. I'm going to use it. Not because, I don't want to be at home with the kids, just because anything could happen with us. Then I have another friend who, she got divorced and she's paying her husband alimony. I got a whole lot to say about that, but I'm not, there's too much to unpack there. But she's paying him alimony, and it's kind of crazy, honestly.
Has anybody ever told you like a brown skinned Lisa Ray?
Me?
Yes. Well, damn sure not Hektek.
No, it might be the hair. I was going for Janet today. I was trying to.
Miss Jackson, if you nasty.
I was trying to do poetic justice today. But thanks. That's actually a compliment. She's pretty.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
I like that for y'all. So all right. So this is a big one for me. Growing up, I grew up probably same background kind of you, Tara, predominantly white. So certain things, it's
I'm
almost
not
like.
white. What do you mean?
Wait a minute. I said grew up around predominantly white people.
Oh, okay. Well, I grew up in North City, the hood of St. Louis, so I didn't know any white people until I was in high school.
Oh, word?
What would make you think I agree? See, you are calling me white. Why would you assume I grew up around white people?
Because I thought that's what we talked about like 10 podcasts ago.
No, not ever.
Where you were like,
I moved into a town where I was the only Black family to raise my kids when I got divorced. But that wasn't my childhood, that was theirs. But no, I grew up in the hood.
Okay, well, I'll take that back then. Anyways, just my childhood, okay? How do y'all feel about people using the N-word and who you feel can and cannot use it?
Oh, gosh.
White people cannot say it. I will never be okay with white people saying it.
Never.
I feel a way about Latinos because and Latinx.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, because see, some of them be playing. Like, Fat Joe, nah, you can't say it. Jennifer Lopez, nah, you can. I don't want Cardi B saying it either though, because when I've heard her talk about black women, I'm like, yeah, somebody to go upside her head. For me, it's not because you sleep with a black man. That does not give you, or got kids by one, give you the right to say it's a word that was used against us. So many of our ancestors, that was the last word they heard before they were hung up in trees. So if we took it, dropped the ER, put an A, and made it something that we use amongst ourselves, it's for us, not for you. So nobody but black people. If you from Africa, you can't say it because you ain't go through the shit that was over here. If you Haitian, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because they got some devastation over there too. But that's a black people thing. Has nothing to do with African American. That's a black people thing for me.
Okay. What if they from that? What if they from nigger Africa? Or is that how you say it?
Nigeria. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. There's a quarterback. There's a college quarterback. His last name is Nigger.
Yeah, the white dude.
Yeah. And I said the commentator's gonna have a ball. Nigger threw the ball.
Nigger caught the ball. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's white. Oh my God.
But they said they say it differently. It's like Niger or something. It's something weird. Like
because I heard a commentator say it like Nick.
The parents say that's not how we say it. We say it like this. Yeah. Because it was like
I bet all his life he had to fight.
Yeah, all my life.
All his life.
Because
it was hilarious.
It was like for 2 weeks that they were talking about this one guy with his name, and finally they were like, "Listen, we get it. It's funny, not funny, haha. But this is not how we say it. It's almost like French how they say it. You know what I mean? They fancied it up.
I just wouldn't have gave my son our last name. I'd have gave him his own last name. This is ridiculous.
Or hyphenated it. I don't know if you can hyphenate that. It is what it is.
How do you marry?
Yeah, that's a word for us. White people can't do it.
Right. You look at each other's name at the first date. I think that should be a conversation for a first date. What's your last name?
If we get married, I'm not taking your last name. Just so you know.
I'm keeping my daddy's name.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you gonna take my last name. How about that?
Yeah. We ain't doing that.
We ain't not doing. You're right. Empress.
I definitely feel like
as a New Yorker,
as a whole, Black people should not be using that word, like even amongst each other. But I get it that we do use it out of love, like how most women call each other the bitch out of love or whatever. So I understand it's like a term of endearment. However, the fact that we're saying it, other races feel like they can say it because we are an influential as race. How many people bite off of us? Like, come on, everybody. Culture, everybody. Vulture. So I feel like we shouldn't be saying it. I do have some issues with Spanish people or Latinos saying it because, like, I feel like a lot of them deny the Blackness that's within them. I went to DR and there was literally a Black man on the beach, darker than me. And he was speaking Spanish because he happened to be located and lived in the Dominican Republic. And he was saying that he's not Black. Like, I never heard like such self-hate like in my whole life. And so it's like, you are like, there is some Blackness within you, but you deny it. You rather wash it away to be seen on this type of level. So I go back and forth with Latino saying it. White people just can't say it. I don't care what type of white you are. You can be white American. You can be from Europe, the Netherlands, Russia. You can't say it.
White people have 25% Black in them.
If I can't see your Black, it don't exist. That's like saying Madonna got 25% Black in her. She like a porcelain doll. She white. Stop playing with me. Or you're gonna have to walk with that genealogy report in your pocket and show me if you sit around me. And I do agree. I wish we could get to a place where we stop using the word, I guess. But I don't play that with my female friends and associates. We don't. You're not gonna call me no bitch. That's not funny to me, and it's not cute, and it's not a term of endearment.
I don't like it either. Like, I don't want nobody to call me. I don't even refer to myself as no bad bitch. Like, right. I didn't give birth to puppies. What the fuck are you talking
Wow.
about? Like, I ain't no bitch. Like,
Exactly.
no.
Well, no, I am one that I definitely don't say the N word. I mean, yeah,
Really?
yeah, I don't.
No, I believe that because
Why? Now I have to be like, why? Because I
I
grew
was
up
gonna make
around white
I was
people.
gonna make a joke about your videos because I ain't, never seen you would. Yeah.
Oh, so anywhom, um, so but it was never, yeah, even like raps, like if I know it's coming, I probably like not say it. I mean, but if I do say it, it's like
Oh,
whatever.
that's so sweet.
Yeah, it's just I. So I will tell you, although yes, I grew up around predominantly white people, I did go to predominantly black schools. And so there's one elementary school that I went to, N.H. Jones. It's a historical black, whatever. I had a teacher, and she always used to make us like watch these civil rights movies and stuff of that nature. And from the lightest of black to the darkest of black, they tell their stories and all the stuff that they went through. And even finding out like, yes, you could be as fair skinned, green eyes, but that's because the master through generations, raped
Yeah,
your, ancestors and
exactly.
stuff of that. So after watching that, I was like, yeah, I can't use the word of the oppressor
Yeah.
as a term of endearment. There's no way, shape, or form you could slice this up to me to make me be like, yes, I love you, and I'm gonna call you what so many people have called us throughout all these years, 400 years. Like they give more funding and light and everything else to people of the Holocaust, but
Yep.
us in 400 years, we need to shut up and get over it.
Yep. Speak that. Facts. Yeah.
So that's why I always felt like not saying it. Can people say it around me? I can't control your mouth. You know what I mean? However, I'm gonna let you know, like a lot of people know, don't say it to me. Don't call me because I'm gonna look at you and be like, that's not my name.
Yeah. See, I don't sit around my kids. Now that should go to show you that somewhere in me, I don't think that it's necessary. But I like I said, I grew up. I saw my first dead body when I was 5 years old. Going with my stepdad, take out the trash, and this dude from the block named Jason had a bullet right between his eyes. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in some shit. North St. Louis City, then up to the west side, you know what I'm saying, in St. Louis. So it is ingrained in my vernacular, unfortunately. And usually, like I said, it's when I'm with my homies or other people who are saying it a lot that I pick it up. I definitely don't say it at work. I don't say it anywhere near my kids and stuff like that. But the reason we took it, we used to be real prideful about it because we had cops who would still come to our neighborhood and say that. And we'd call them one right back. But we said it in our way. Look, that word, you're not gonna get me with that word. I'm gonna throw it back at you and see how you feel. And we're gonna say it with our swag. So it was a thing of taking that power from them. Like they thought we were gonna be reactive and do something to let them beat the crap out of us or kill us that day. And we were like, nah, how about we call it you one back? And then they would get irate and we laugh. So it just meant something different the way that I was growing up. But I respect both of you for saying that. And again, I definitely don't sit around my kids because I'm not gonna let them say it. That's not their life. They didn't grow up where I grew up. So they don't need to have it in their vocabulary.
So what if your kids come home and they nigga, you know what I mean? Because
Well,
that's
I've had the conversation with them the way that, like, I let them see an interview that Oprah did when Oprah was like, because our ancestors saw this and heard this before they died. So that's how they see it. They don't see it. They're not introduced to it like I was. They see it as a very bad thing. I did that intentionally.
Gotcha.
Especially my daughter who's blonde hair with her eyes changing between hazel, green, and gray. Girl, you better not be calling nobody nothing because they think you white. Stop playing with me.
Nah, I've seen a picture of her and I was like, oh.
Her daddy is darker than you. But my great grandmother had blonde hair and gray eyes, and I'm pretty sure that has something to do with massa dipping and diving somewhere. But right. So I'm like, no, you can't do that. She got mad at her brother. My son, my son is like your color. My 9-year-old is darker. She got mad and she was like, you little monkey, baby. I yoked her up. I said, let me tell you something. Even though I know you're not white, don't you ever call my son a monkey again. Like I took it personally just because she's so freaking porcelain. You don't get to say that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nah,
So yeah.
that is wild though.
You want to hear
And she
what's
was doing it
crazy?
because he was swinging around on the poles and stuff. That's why she was saying that. She was
Oh,
not saying it because he was black, clearly, but
right.
it just didn't look right. If somebody else would have been walking by, they'd be like, "Oh my God, it's a white girl just got this black boy." Look, no,
Go
no.
ahead. Go ahead, Empress.
You want to hear what's crazy? Because I grew up in Queens, one of the boroughs. I didn't come to Long Island till the suburbs, till I was 11 years old. But I never heard the N word more until I got to Long Island. Because I felt like everyone out here had to prove their toughness. Like in Queens, we just knew you were tough. Like we played
Right.
outside. People were stealing your bikes and doing all kinds of crazy shit. When I got here to Long Island, I felt like everyone was trying too hard to prove that they were tough. And that word, the N word, flew out of everyone's mouth. Like I don't know, like when, where, or how, but I felt like it wasn't until I came here to the suburbs, to the quiet town, that I started hearing that word more.
Nah, 100%. Even
Crazy.
like certain people that, like you said, the races and different races that's saying it now. It's more or less not because they live that life. Like I hate when people be like, "Well, that's where I grew up around." Nah, stop it. Stop lying.
Mhm.
Let's be real for real for real. There's not much ghettos in Florida. There's either bad areas or the suburbs, but there's not too many like where cops don't want to roll around in Florida. You know what I mean?
I think
So
sometimes they watch so much TV, they really think that that was how they lived. I
Like
think some people
T.I.'s
just
son.
they just adopt it. Yeah, they want to take on that persona. Baby, it was nothing good living in the hood. Nothing
It
good living in
wasn't.
the projects at all. So don't try to put
Mm-mm.
that on yourself if that's not for you. Who does that?
yeah, I
Like
always
school with metal detectors. Like my school didn't have metal detectors, but my brother's school had a metal detector. Like seriously, no school buses, public transportation. I come out here, everyone got a school bus, got a car. Like y'all got lawns, y'all got front and backyards, no projects. Like
y'all got grass, bitch. We ain't have no grass.
it's a totally different motherfucking life. Okay. Like I couldn't believe it. And not to mention how quiet it is compared to being out here than being in like one of the boroughs. So it's like, what do you like what?
Yeah, I never
It's made
understood
to
this,
be cool though. It's
especially
made to
this
be cool.
last 5 years where everyone wants to be ghetto. I was just like, wait, what? Like,
Like
This
T.I.'s
sexy
son.
red phenomenon, I can. She is from St. Louis, but she's not from the St. Louis I'm from. She's the 90s or 2000s or whatever, baby. That is not my St. Louis. I
he's actually
can't.
well spoken though.
Yeah, but here's the thing for me. That makes it worse. If you are well spoken and you know better, and this is still the persona that you adopt and put out here to people's kids, you know kids are watching you. You know they're listening to this music. You have a lip gloss called gonorrhea. Uh,
Oh
no.
Jesus, what?
Yes, she
Yep.
does. Like period blood
Booty
is her
hole
red one.
brown.
Listen,
Yeah.
exactly. So when I know you intelligent from an
Gonorrhea
interview
green.
and you do this, I have no respect for you. I would rather you just truly be that ignorant all the way through
Yeah,
than to
she's
just
not
be
that
doing
ignorant.
this for fake. It's
She said,
terrible.
well, she's not doing it for fake. So how I am, I have a weird thing, right? If I watch an interview with someone and I like them through their interview, I then kind of just like them. If I don't, then I don't want to listen to nothing you.
I can't
Not that
stand
I'm
them.
listening to her music, but I respected her on a whole different, especially how she was like her and Jess. She wasn't fucking with Jess when she went on the show. She was like, "Nah, I don't deal with you. You too messy." You know what I mean? And she stood on that.
She messy. You got a lip gloss called gonorrhea. She messy. All right.
So her thing though is she knows, and I think that's where the kids of this generation are smarter than us. They don't have where this went too far. They don't have that meter. We have that meter where we're like, you know what? I'm not going to do that because that I don't want to. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, this is catchy. Oh, this is gonna get clicks. Oh, this is
Yeah.
gonna, and they're gonna do it. Look at
That's
the
what
But
they
one
all
do.
attention is
Yeah.
not good attention. All
yeah,
attention is not good attention.
fact. But look at the one white bull that walks around with his black bodyguard, so he fucks with people thinking no one's going to touch him because he got this big dude being his bodyguard. That dude's going to get touched. You know what I mean? One day,
Didn't he get whooped already? Didn't his bodyguard get knocked out and he got stomped?
no, his bodyguard actually slapped someone else, so now they're getting sued.
Oh Lord.
But they went to what was it? It was a fast food chain, and he was being ignorant, and the manager came out and was like, "Nah, we're not serving you," and went off like, "No, all my staff not serving you. I don't care who." You know what I mean? But that's what this generation is known for now. They will do some wild shit just for the clicks and just for the baits because they know at the end of the day that's going to drive their money up. Versus me, I'm going to be like, I'm not doing all that.
That's why they don't want to work. That's why they can be like, I can't do this no more. I'd rather make a fool of myself and be an influencer and entertain the world that way.
And they make more money too. Flipping burgers for $10 an hour or whatever, you know, in most places, you're going to make way more money than that just sitting in your house being silly. So I don't know.
Just like my industry where, you know, it's content creation, everyone wants to be under these blanket terms and not actually know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I have this, I don't even call myself a podcast. It's other people call me a podcaster now. I don't even call myself that. You see what I'm saying? I'm just a dude that gets on and talks his shit and keeps it moving. But these people want to be influencers, content creators, all these other things because it's not a real job.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a blanket term that everyone's using, and they're good with that because it's not like saying I'm the CEO of bum 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 bum. I'm an influencer on YouTube. Well, you just okay. That's
but you gotta
cool.
understand how fickle that is, because people could love you on Monday and hate you by Tuesday. To base your whole entire life on that, that's why people commit suicide. You have just ingratiated yourself into this system and needing likes and all of that. This here is a hobby. My perfume, my fragrance, I was gonna do this whether I was on YouTube or not. I'd be damned if I'm fit to lose my mind over whether or not somebody likes my videos. I'm gonna do the video because I enjoyed it. Either you watch it or you don't. I'm gonna keep it moving. But I also have a 9 to 5. Like I have a real job. So if that's all you base your entire livelihood on, I don't even speak that language.
That content creating got to be your full-time job. You do, because you got to worry about staying on the algorithm, creating enough content for people to stay tuned and all this other shit. Like that is your 9 to 5. So if that's what you want to do, I mean, if you could do it without making a fool of yourself, I guess, but chances are they're going to make a fool of themselves. So
exactly.
I don't have enough time to read about the algorithm, read these charts and graphs, and know when to post, not post.
I don't care. I do it when I feel like it.
Yep.
And somehow I'm still almost at 10,000 subscribers. I'm at like 9,689 or something like that. Just because they like me when I come on. I don't do anything regularly or planned or on a schedule. I'm just having fun when I want to have fun.
Same. If I make something from this, great. If I don't, cool. It doesn't rule or dictate my life on a day. Like I'm not like laying in bed like rocking myself like, what am I going to talk about? Oh my God, I got to come up with something clickbaity or no one's going to like me. I'm good. I think that's the good thing about our generation, except for our generation is now falling into that trap of how can I be relevant? How can I stay relevant?
That's a terrible place to be.
They think they're more important than what they are.
I was born in 1980. I don't have time for this.
They think that they're more important than what they really are. And that's why they're allowed to say that they don't want to work and, you know, they're going to act this way. That's what I'm saying. Like these Generation Zs, they're in for some sort of rude awakening. Something's going to happen to them where they're going to realize like, oh, wait, hold up. That wasn't it.
And the ones that realize it end it all because they cannot handle it. It's a rude awakening that they are not built for. And that comes from everybody getting participation trophies. Start letting people lose. Let them know what it feels like to not be a winner all the time and tell them no. Because when you don't, they become school shooters or they end their life. Those
because
are pretty.
Everyone's
damn,
too busy.
That's the scope. School shooters.
That's what it's.
All right.
Because everyone's too busy worried about feelings and how they feel. Stop trying to validate everyone's feelings. Tell them no.
Right. So I'm gonna ask y'all a couple of questions this is the segment. This is probably my first time doing this, so y'all bear with me. But I wanted to do it with both of y'all because I know how y'all
Is
are.
it like a rapid
So,
fire thing?
huh?
I got 10 minutes. You know, I'm supposed to be
Okay.
on my other thing.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. So this is the segment I'm gonna call either or. You have to pick one or the other. You cannot leave this question unanswered. All right.
Oh
So,
gosh.
Watch him have some
Alright.
ridiculous stuff. This is gonna be crazy.
all right. So, Tara, you're going to go first for this one. Would you rather love of your life, but micro penis, or slinging, but a homosexual?
Oh,
I'm gonna go
God.
with the love of my life with a micro penis because he still has a mouth and he has his fingers. We got it. I can't do no homosexual. I don't do none of that.
Empress?
I would absolutely go with the love of my life because a hobo, what are you going to do with a hobo? He's going to be looking to you for the next meal.
But he's laying the pipe down. He's giving y'all.
No, ain't no dick that good. Like, what the fuck?
Ask these
Ain't
women
no dick
that
good.
because
Yeah, that,
they
and you
be
see where they
losing
are?
mine.
You see where they are when he move on to the next? That's the problem. I don't want to be in that situation.
Ain't no
All
dick
right.
that good. No,
All right.
I'm good.
All right, Empress. This next question is for you to start off.
hmm
Cut off your big toe or go back with an X.
Big toe gotta go. My toe is out of here.
I'm going to say go back with an X because I do have two of them that I could have, could potentially have revisited and we wouldn't kill each other.
Okay, so you keeping the big toe.
I need my toe. You know how unbalanced you be without your toe? I need my toe.
It's
I need my
true.
toe.
It's true because I broke my toe. I know your toes are important, but
Yeah.
no, I like no. I know what these X's are. They're X's for a reason. I'm good.
Exactly.
All right, this is a little morbid one.
Okay.
I'm gonna phrase it so I'm not a total asshole.
Give it to me. I don't care.
Okay. Lose. How am I gonna say? Lose $1 million. This ain't the morbid one. I'm gonna change it up. Lose $1 million, or allow someone to open hand slap the fire out of you, and you can't hit them back.
I know this is gonna sound real crazy, but you ain't stopping me and my motherfucker. You lose $1 million because I promise you, if you open hand slap me, I'm whooping your ass. So y'all got it. You ever seen them slap videos, man? Matter of fact, I might not
Oh, they
even
be
wake back
they
up.
be winding up.
Ugh.
Them shits
With
keep me up
mental,
at night.
with trauma to their brain. Nah, you can't slap me because I can't do that.
All right, Empress.
No, I would have to lose the money too. I'm trying to sit here and justify getting slapped in the face. No, I can't do it. Like, no, I can't. What? We gonna fight. Like,
Exactly.
we
You
are
can't hit
gonna
them
fight.
back.
It's gonna be a fucking fight. Like, period. A slap in my face, an open-handed slap. You think you about to slap fire out of me?
I
Disrespect.
mean, they cock back too. All right. Last
I can
one.
get that money back.
Last one, Empress. I gotta make it a good one. Okay.
Oh gosh.
You use a vibrator, and right before you come, it goes dead, or you have to go to the landfill and clean up.
The vibrator.
Absolutely.
A landfill.
I couldn't even stand the smell. I would pass out for real. My sense of smell is too good. There's no way I would pass out and throw up on myself. All that.
The vibrator could die. I got my finger. I can pick up.
Exactly. I'm like, as soon you just take it and finish it. Woo! Get it out real quick.
A landfill.
But you know what I'm talking about though. I'm talking about you right there at that moment. And it,
If you've ever edged before, then like I said, take that finger and get right back where you were. I'm not going to no
You can pick it
landfill.
up. A landfill. How much?
If
Like I got to clean the
if
whole
somebody
thing?
kidnapped one of my kids and called me and said, you know what,
they
I'm
in the
gonna go ahead and
landfill.
back there at the landfill. I'll be like, hey, call an Uber to the landfill to pick my child up. I ain't going. I ain't going. Uber, here is the directions. Go get my child and bring him back to me. I ain't got time. I ain't doing it.
Landfill.
That's crazy. That's your limit is the landfill.
What are you gonna find out there?
That
Ew.
is wild. I don't
That
know.
is some
I had to think of this shit on the
stank.
fly.
Lord
Like I
Jesus.
said, this is Whatever by Hektek. So a lot of these questions, I'm just thinking off the fly. I don't know. I don't know why they make sense, but they make sense to me at the moment. All right. So Tera Michelle, you gotta go. I know you gotta go. It's crazy how both of y'all vibing. It's crazy.
Why is
to
that
me.
crazy? A female's not supposed to vibe?
I'm saying, like, we're
Ma'am,
not supposed
ma'am, you
supposed to
have a
be-
list.
Hey,
You have a
no.
list.
Well, but we're women. I'm not gonna talk about that bunch.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
So go ahead and tell
What
the
the hell?
people where they can find you and what you got going on.
You can find me on YouTube at Opinionated Sense, Instagram opinionated_sense, on Opulence Radio, actually at 8:00 tonight on Opulence Radio, Truthfully Opinionated. And I'm about to go to my other podcast that I do, which is a panel podcast, Uncensored the Conversation, on Mondays at 7:30.
All right. It was a pleasure. You were dope.
It was nice to meet you, Miss Empress. I had
It's
fun.
nice to meet you too.
Hey,
I
I'm
gotta
gonna
check out
be in your time zone soon, right?
Where you gonna be at?
I told you where I'm moving to.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. What that mean? Same time zone. We stay for to be nowhere near each other.
We're in the same time zone though, so it
Oh
ain't
yes, so
confusing.
yes, that'll be dope.
Yeah, so it won't be confusing. When I say a time, it's gonna be that time.
I was like, is that my time? Your time? Like, who time? Okay,
Right,
yes.
right. All right. Well, we're gonna keep going because I still got a little bit of time, but you have fun
Okay.
with your show.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, so back to you.
Yes.
Why are you glowing right now?
It's the light and it's my vegan diet.
I should have said something like that. Would you rather eat meat or go to a landfill? That would have had you out. You'd be like, well, guess I'm going to the landfill.
I guess I'll be at that landfill. There ain't no meat. I'm trying to. I'm ready to eat. Nuh-uh. Only one piece of meat goes in my mouth now.
Okay. All right. I ain't say it, so it ain't on me. What do you think about people that show money online?
That they're broke or they're a scammer. There's some type of fraudulent behavior or activity going on, is what I think.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I've done it, right? I've done it when I was younger. Now, how I am, I don't want to show money. I want to show money, right? By doing shit, like be able to get up and just go and do shit. Like, that's how I want to show money, not actual physical, tangible money.
Yes.
And even now thinking back to when I was doing it, I did it to kind of show off that I had it. But I could tell you I have way more money now than I did then.
Yeah. And not just that, aren't you attracting the wrong kind of energy when you're showing off money? Like when you're holding up the money to your ear or the stack or whatever. Like, aren't you attracting the wrong kind of attention? People who want to use you, take advantage, or I don't know, like you probably even the fucking cops. Like you look like a whole scammer. Are you claiming that on your taxes?
I'm sure they're not looking at tangible. Like, I bet he, claimed that on
Social
his taxes.
media has been used against people in court plenty of times. So like, what is going on? Why would you do something like that? You look broke. You look desperate for attention. Why are you showing off?
I think low key I was probably desperate for it, or just it's one of those clickbaity things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Let me throw it out there and see what bites.
Yeah, exactly. Probably a gold digger.
I don't know. I haven't had a lot of gold diggers in my life. I guess I do throw off broke dude energy, so I like that.
You throw off broke dude energy.
Oh yeah,
You think that saves you?
I hope.
It's
It's saving me
that's
so
that new
far.
money. That's that new money energy. People showing off their money on social media. That quiet
Yeah,
money is that wealth, that money that's been building over time.
especially when you're looking at credit and stuff of that nature, and you're
Mhm.
looking at how much credit people are allowing you to have.
Mhm.
To me, that speaks way more value. Like I said, I know when I hit a certain number, I'm gonna use their money, not mine, to build
Yes,
more wealth.
that's longevity.
Yeah.
Like all that other shit is just like it's like scammer, it's fraud. Like I don't know how else to say it. You look like you're faking it till you actually make it. And I know a lot of people do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like for you to be putting it out there like that, it's not attractive. It just is not attractive to me. It won't attract me. It will make me go,
So you telling me at your age now, or when you were younger, it never attracted you?
it never attracted me. Not like that. That's that desperation. Or it's I don't know, like it's like it screams big ass ego. Like I got all this money, I can get all these women, I can buy all this stuff, change your life, yada yada. But can you though? Can
Now,
you?
now was it you that was telling me about someone who got, I guess, money fished because they thought a dude had so much money and he would end up really being broke?
What did I tell you a story about that? Maybe not. You do a lot of podcasts. So
No, it was I'm sure it was you. It was they moved in during COVID.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was that it was a story on TikTok. It blew up. But y'all may know it. The what the fuck or who the fuck did I marry? The dude Legion and the chick Tessa or whatever the hell. But yeah, he kept promising her like this house and these cars and whatever. I mean, I think he was paying her bills in the story, but it was all these promises of this and promises of that. And he was acting like he was more than what he really was. And like, come on.
Yeah. Women like that though. They like the peacocking.
True.
Like think about it, right?
Mhm.
Most of these homosexuals are dudes in great shape. They normally dress nice. They probably got every pair of Jordans ever made. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they're peacocking. So the women probably got mad chains, whether they're fake or real. No one could tell until they could tell. So a lot of women see that and then they be like, "That's the dude I want because he looks like he's somebody."
Have you heard about? I think Jay-Z said it best. Something about how he doesn't wear his money.
Oh yeah.
Like who you trying to impress?
Well, I mean, he
Like
does
real
have
millionaires.
expensive ass cars and watches. But
Yes.
there was a picture of him, DJ Khaled, Future, Meat Mills, some other ones, and they said the richest man in this picture has no jewelry on. It was Jay-Z.
Yeah. My friend's husband, he's just like that. He doesn't wear these big fancy things. I mean, when he gets dressed up to go and it's time to look nice, he'll look nice and then be like, oh, okay, diamond watch, necklace, your suit is nice and everything else is put together. But on a day-to-day, he looks broke. You go to the casino with him, he's gambling big amounts, $60,000 at a time. Who can do that? Like, not many people do that. If
I don't
especially if you're a gambler.
I don't like losing
not a gambler.
$20.
I'm not a gambler either. Like I don't gamble. I don't know how he's betting this much and then winning back so much more. But he will sit down and put 60, lose it, put another 60, lose it, put another 60. Like you won't even know that he has that much money because he's not showing off like that. So yeah.
Losing 180 is crazy. I would have a breakdown.
I had to walk away. Like I literally had to walk away. I cannot watch. That's a crime to me. Like
can't do it.
I can't even watch. But whatever, he can do that though.
Yeah.
So like, and he doesn't have on Jordans or he doesn't have Jordans or not even like the latest jeans or anything like that. He's not into the labels or the trending fashion. He looks nice when it's time to look nice.
Yeah. Well, I think too for us men, the time has definitely changed where we had to wear all these name brand things to look nice. Now we don't necessarily have to. Shit, Fashion Nova and Sheen, they are pushing out men, clothing like nobody's business. Couldn't tell. They look nice.
Fashion Nova Men has some cute stuff.
For
men.
Let's not say cute and men in the same.
They have some decent clothes for men. Okay. Men should definitely look at Fashion Nova Men. I'm just saying.
Okay, because they're
nice.
Not cute. They look masculine.
Yeah,
masculine clothes.
I'm just saying it looks nice, but yeah, I think it is. I think women want a man who can dress nice. I want a man who can dress nice, or at least look nice when we go out.
Does he?
Yeah. I like a man who can dress nice. Like if I have to like try and style you, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to.
You don't want to style your man?
I do, but like if he has no style, or if his style is starting from like zero, or if he doesn't even know what his style is, and now I gotta try and figure out what will look nice on you. I could, but like I feel like that's a lot of extra pressure for me. Like, why? How come you don't know what? I don't know, like what fashion is in a sense, or what looks nice, how to dress yourself nice. Women, I think, want a man that can dress nice.
But what if he took longer than you to get dressed?
I mean, I don't necessarily want that, me personally, but whatever. I want a man that gets a manicure, that gets a pedicure, that gets facials, that takes care of himself and respects himself enough to practice those self-love maintenance rituals or whatever. So yeah, I think a lot of women want that. And if he cares about himself like that, he's going to take care of you like that as well. So it speaks to the person that he is.
Do you not see that as zesty or sassy?
Mm-mm. Or metrosexual?
Well, metrosexual is definitely that's what it is.
I don't see it as sassy. No. You think it's sassy for a man to?
No, I mean I like to look nice. I do, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, to keep myself up. I, edge my beards and stuff of that nature. So no, I definitely like to look nice. So I don't think it looks zesty or any of that. But no one's in my circle like, yo, you looking extra zesty today. You know what I mean? So I don't have those problems, I guess.
Cause that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of yourself.
Well, I mean, for the longest time, it was uncommon for a man to like really go to the nail salon, get his nails and stuff, mani and pedi and all that, facials. I never went to a place to get an actual facial.
You should do it. They feel good. I feel like the next hurdle for men is like going to the doctor, and not just like going for STD testing, because I know that's what, people in your industry or the men in your industry are big on doing. It's like going to the doctor for their checkup, for the physical, go to the fucking dentist, go to the eye doctor. Like all of that falls into taking care of yourself. Make your own appointment. Go.
I do that. I do that. I definitely go get my checkup. Well, I have to go get checked up more regularly, anyways. Not because of
Mhm.
what I do, but I just do because of my medical condition. But I definitely have to go get checked up more than twice a month, twice a year. So
Well, good, as long as you're going and staying on top of it. That's all you gotta say.
uh, I haven't lately, but I mean that'd be fixed or whatever. They just yeah, that's neither here nor there. But so what else do you think a man should like take care of since you went through this whole self care thing?
Definitely themselves. Their mental, their physical, their emotional, their outward appearance.
Mhm.
Uh, and women too, because I feel like a lot of women have no problem going to go get their hair done, their nails done, go shopping for a new outfit, all that. Like I feel like women got that down packed. I feel like a man should be able to feel comfortable enough to take care of himself and honor himself enough to what feels good for him. And that's like healthy habits. Men can fall into a lot of unhealthy habits like drinking, smoking, and women too, drinking, smoking, promiscuity, constantly surrounding themselves with people, never taking the time to be alone, just to be with self, to listen to what self is needing at that time. So it's a whole, like you're a whole person, like you're a whole spiritual being. Take that time to honor that.
No, you make a great point because I see certain people, they're always complaining about their life. But I
Mm-hmm.
always see them always hanging around people. So I probably not the smartest man on the face of the planet, but if you're always going through something mentally, spiritually, or whatever, but you're always around a group of people,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you need to change the group of people that you're surrounding yourself with. Because
Mm-hmm.
transference of energy is a real thing, whether it's sexually or just being in someone's presence. That's a real
Mm-hmm.
thing. So, me, I don't really have those issues because I'm mostly by myself all the time. But if I was like always feeling depressed or something, I'd be like, yo, like, maybe I need to change my environment, change my scenery or something. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I do think that's very important that people also look at the people that they're hanging around if certain things are always happening.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Birds of a feather.
Don't always
Uh,
flock together. Sometimes they just in the same pool at the same time.
misery be loving company. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So sometimes they're in the same pool.
Sometimes they just, they swoop down and happen to land in the same pool of water, and they're just chilling for a second. Then they go their separate ways.
Okay. So then how about you are the company you keep?
I mean, I guess, but are they really keeping company if they just in the same pool chilling out?
Oh my gosh, we're not talking about the birds.
Oh, 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 oh,
We're
oh.
not talking about the birds anymore.
Okay, we moved past the birds. Got you. You can be, but you could also like just because you hang out with hoes don't make you a hoe.
I think it's okay to assume that you are.
I mean, people will assume that you are, but doesn't make you one.
No, it may not, but people will assume that you are.
But let's be honest, especially in this society now, people assume a lot of shit that's not real.
True. If you
You
work in
know?
a strip club, I feel like even the bottle girl at the strip club gets assumed that she's a stripper.
Yeah.
Even if, I mean, she could be wearing the uniform and she's not walking around in a lingerie, but I feel like a lot of people look at her like she would go up on that stage if she wanted to, if she had to.
I mean,
She knows that
yeah,
in the vicinity.
but at the end of the day, it's up to her to either confirm those, or prove them wrong.
you hang around a lot of people who snort coke, people gonna assume you snort coke too, especially if you go off in the bathroom with them.
Yeah, I ain't going.
I'm just saying.
Nah, yeah. I mean, at that
You
point, it's
are the
almost like
company.
why are you going to the bathroom if this is not what you do? Like, they don't need you to hold their hand. They know how to, do
Because
what.
girls go to the bathroom together.
Oh, I'm talking about dudes. I don't know what women do.
Well,
I'm
girls.
talking about. I'm talking about from a dude's perspective. If buddies are going to the bathroom at the same time to snort coke, and I don't do it, I don't need to go with you to do some shit that I don't do.
What about if your friend is a cheater? like a dog out in these streets, and this is your man's, like your best friend, your homie for days, for years. But he's on this type of time. People may assume that you're on that type of time too.
Yeah, they might assume that, but that doesn't make it true.
It's gonna be assumed because of the company who you around, who you associate yourself with.
So because this man likes to get it in, that means that I just like to get it in too.
And you probably help him.
Wow.
You guys probably help each other.
Wow.
You're probably passing chicks back and forth to each other. Like,
y'all
I'm done with her.
Do y'all think that's a real thing?
You know.
No,
like,
I don't. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, like possibly you could be sharing women, passing them back and forth, passing them off. Like, I'm done with her. I'm gonna give her to Tech or whoever.
Wow. We just up here passing women along, huh? Like property.
I'm just
we
saying.
do not do that.
Like in Belly, Nas and DMX, they were opposites in a sense.
But they were homies.
They were homies. Yeah. People saw Nas as a more upstanding individual, but still, this is your homie. If this is someone who you ride for so hard, chances are you guys share the same ideals.
Yeah, that's not always the case though, because like you said, they were opposites. You knew they were opposite people.
They were. They made it known in the movie.
Yeah. But you put them together. You put them clumped up together.
If I didn't know them, first meeting them, I would. Like, oh, that's the same person, different body.
So, have you ever made an assumption about a person, and then once you got to know them, you like, yo, I was totally wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can admit that?
Yeah, of course. You can't always judge a book by its cover. I met this man where I thought it was going to be this, and then it turned out to be that. Like, the experience was better than the advertisement.
And how did you feel about that? Like, once you found out?
Pleasantly surprised. Like, this is great. Like, this is actually great. I thought it was just going to be this, but it's actually this.
And you seem happy?
Yeah, because it was better than it's advertised.
So what did you think was going to be?
Fuck boy.
Wow. You thought he was going to be a fuck boy for real?
Fuck man. Fuck fuck boy in a fuck man's body.
So what makes a fuck boy?
Come on.
I'm asking you as the host.
A fuck boy is, and without trying to use the word again, without saying a fuck boy is a fuck boy is the immature as man. It's a grown man. It's a little boy in a grown man's body. It's someone who refuses to grow up, wants things their way, possessive, control issues, have no idea. It's someone who refuses to grow up and be mature, take accountability. They just want to run these streets.
And how did he show you any difference?
Just by talking to him. We can start in there, starting off with that. It started with a conversation, like a couple of real conversations, like, oh, okay. This man is not a boy. or a fuckboy. He's a real man.
Okay.
And I'm sure it took some growth to get there because, everybody, you got to grow. You got to change and grow. You become a better person. So I'm glad I got this version of him because I'm sure, if I ask some women in his past, they'll tell me a different story or they have a totally different experience.
Okay. So you judge the book by its cover. You realize it ain't what it appeared to be. You're pleasantly surprised. So did that lead you to like expand your mind as far as like other people, like how you perceive other people to be?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, honestly, like I feel like if someone were to trigger me, like if I meet someone and I feel triggered by something that they did or said, it's something within myself that I need to work on. Because like really people are just like living caught up in their own worlds, living their life. Like everyone is the main character in their own story. So you can't take shit too personally. And if you do, you need to figure out why it affected you the way that it did. So I just need to, what I learned was that I need to stand back, evaluate. Why do I see this person as a fuckboy? Probably because I experienced a fuckboy. And you can't put all of that onto the new person, especially if you are manifesting or affirming that you attract amazing new people in your life every day. And then I have to start believing that everybody ain't coming at me to harm me, to fight, to ruin me in some sort of way. Sometimes you do that to yourself.
So did that take growth on your end?
Absolutely. And it definitely was when I started to realize that that maybe they aren't the problem, that it's probably me. Because like as perfect as I am, I'm not perfect. No one is. So there's always room for growth. Like, oh, okay. You know what? I thought he was going to be this way, but he's showing me that he's not. Maybe I should stop waiting for everyone to show up like this because that's a way to manifest that too.
So is that what you were doing? As far as when you were judging the book by its covers, because you're like,
I guess
because this is what I know, so guaranteed this person is going to be that too.
Probably projecting. I mean, but you do have to be smart, okay? Because you do get the same person that shows up in a different body, like that same energy, new body type thing. So you do got to be smart and realize what you're dealing with. Because you will get tested, you will get tested by God, by the universe, whoever. You will get tested. Like, are you sure? You sure you're done with this? Because I got one more time for you. Like they'll throw one more person in there, see what you're gonna do.
And I think it was you that was starting off to say early tonight, like how certain spirits to be or whatever may have a person for you or whatever the case may be, but you have to be willing enough to accept it.
You do, yeah. Willing enough. I also feel like you have to be willing enough to know that, yeah, that you aren't perfect. Because like if this is someone like, because you can meet people who are going to challenge you in some sort of way. If you can rise to the challenge or not, you will soon learn by dealing with that individual.
Oh.
So then it humbles you, it will humble you down in a way. Like, oh, I guess I'm not
Perfect.
I guess I'm not perfect.
There's nothing wrong with not being perfect though. Because like for me, people always say, "Oh, you're dope at this or you're dope at that or whatever," and I'll say, "Nah, I'm okay." And the reason I say I'm okay is because if I say yes, I'm the greatest at this or I'm the greatest at that, it leaves no room for me to grow because I already think I'm perfect. Versus me being okay, it leaves me room to grow. So I know, okay, well, I need to hit another step or I need to go up another step or take it up another notch or something of that nature. So I'm never like, oh my God, I'm the greatest at anything, because I'm just
Mhm.
not. There's always going to be someone greater or something that I'm going to be able to learn from somebody else.
Absolutely. You got to stay teachable. That's the only way that you become one of the greatest.
Yeah. All right, Miss Empress. So go ahead and tell people where they can find you at, and all that stuff and what you got going on.
You can definitely find me on Instagram. She's Royal _ 2.0 _. You can also find me on YouTube for my tarot channel, Imperial Empress Tarot LLC, and the other podcast that I do, Sex, Love, and Alcohol, where it's spelled Sex, Love, and Alcohol. And we discuss relationships, sex, and yeah, the ladies be drinking. I don't drink that much, but my co-hosts be drinking. Yeah, I have a drink, but whatever. Sex, love, and alcohol.
Is that all you have to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so this is your host, Hector from Hectic Desires. You could Google me. I'm on all major platforms. Whatever by Hektek. You can find that at IG, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Whatever by
What?
Hektek, spelled out. Twitter, it's We by Hektek. That's the only difference. We by Hektek's on Twitter. Um, we're changing some stuff up, implementing some new stuff, testing some new ideas out, and I'm loving the way it's going. Oh, also, you could catch me every Saturday at 12 p.m. on Spotify, Whatever by Hektek. Every Friday, it'd be episodes behind, but you can catch it every Friday on YouTube. We Whatever by Hektek as well. You just never know where the conversation is going to go. It could go super deep. It could go super childish. I don't know. It's just how I like the format to be right now. I enjoy having Empress on and Tera Michelle. Like you said, go and follow these young ladies and see all the stuff that they got going on. And we're out.